Hey, welcome to my channel. It's Bias Fanatic, your number one place for unbiased sports news. Man, if you could do me a favor, man, please like and subscribe, man. I'm trying to feed my family out here, man. Thank you. Inflation hitting harder than a Georgia linebacker right now, okay? So, yeah, we're going to get right into it like I normally do. Georgia is back-to-back college football champions. They're on a quest for a three-peat. But before we go to the three-peat, let's congratulate them on going back-to-back, because that's hard to do anyway. Only 7 teams have been undisputed champs back-to-back. The last team was Alabama 2011-2012. Now, for a three-peat, the last team that did that was Minnesota in 1936. 86 or 87 years ago. All right, World War II hadn't even started yet. All right, so what they're trying to do right here is history. And the question is, can they do it? Can they win 3 times in a row? And so I'm going to give you 3 reasons why they can and why they should be favorites to win it next year. Number 1, look at the schedule. Their schedule is easy next year. They only have one potentially tough game, and that's at Tennessee. And without their starting quarterback and their star receiver, who both are going pro, I don't think that it's going to even be that big of a challenge. Their toughest game will obviously be the SEC championship game, presumably against Alabama. And even if they lose that game, they're getting into the playoffs because they're a one-loss Georgia team. Then in the playoffs, Alabama has to beat them. So they'd have to beat them twice. It's tough to beat them once. I am assuming that Alabama can't beat Georgia twice in a couple of weeks. Therefore, Georgia will repeat as national champions. I apologize, three-peat as national champions. My number 2 reason why Georgia will three-peat is because their defense will be just as good next year as it was last year. This is from our lads. This is the projected starters for Georgia next year. And looking on the defense, they're going to be missing a few players because of the draft. But such as Kelly Ringo, the cornerback, they will need to fill that up because they have Lasser coming back, Bullard's coming back. Daniel Harris or A.J. Harris is going to have to make big plays for them. But they have the Everett kid. They got several guys at corner / safety that can make plays. At linebacker, they're going to be losing Nolan Smith, supposed to be like a first or second rounder. But they lost him in the middle of the season anyways. I mean, and they didn't miss a beat. They got several guys at linebacker. Matter of fact, they had a guy, what's his name? Last name Marshall. He transferred from Georgia to Alabama for more playing time. I'm not kidding you. That's how stacked they are at linebacker, that a guy would transfer from Georgia to Alabama. All right, they're stacked at linebacker. On the D-line, they will have to replace Jalen Carter, but they have Nazir Stackhouse coming back. They have Bear Alexander. He was a freshman, true freshman last year. And they also have Michael Williams, true freshman. I believe he was a 5-star coming out of high school. Amazing athlete. I mean, this guy looks the part and he plays the part. Again, he'll be a true sophomore next year, and he's going to demolish teams next year. He looked great this year, and he was only a freshman. He's their next big defensive lineman star, and they just had their last defensive lineman star last year. So just expect more of the same. That's what I don't think they're going to be worse. I think they're going to be just as good as they were last year defensively. My number 3 reason is that I don't think Stetson Bennett was that good. I really don't. I don't think anybody outside of the state of Georgia does. I mean, the guy was average. He was a mid quarterback. And, I mean, he should be easy to replace. They have this Carson Beck kid. I literally watched every single snap that he's played at Georgia. I'll save you guys some time. He's a pocket passer. He's not an athlete like Carson was. And so I know people are saying that he's going to be the starter. He's the favorite to start. I think this Brock Vandagriff kid, he was a 5-star. He was actually supposed to go to my favorite team, the University of Oklahoma, but he switched. He switched on us, and he went to Georgia and rode the pine. So it is what it is. We're not tripping over. Actually, we are. We need that man bad. But anyways, I think he should be the starter because he's mobile. He can throw. He can throw on the run. And I think if he is the starter, I'm willing to put money that they're going to win it next year. I won't say anyone would be successful at Georgia at quarterback, but I don't think it takes much. The pieces that they have, and then they got a transfer from Missouri, Dominic Lovett. He's great. I think he had 900 yards receiving last year in the SEC. A speedster. But the fastest guy on the field, anytime he's on the field, is Arian Smith. I know track speed when I see it. This guy is fast. He's always burning so much. He's always open. His quarterback just don't pass it to him all the time, to be honest. The guy's open all the time. He be wide open. All right, and so they're saying that Dominic Lovett will start over him. I don't think he's that sweet in the streets like that. I think he's going to start. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of NFL talent. You don't need to be C.J. Stroud or Caleb Williams to win at Georgia, okay? You got Brock Bowers at tight end. You might have another 5-star tight end come in, Deuce Robinson. You got so much talent around you. You got that Lad McConkey kid, if I'm saying his name right. All right. Hell, you could be Brock Purdy. All right. You're going to get the job done. This is just like the Niners. All right. You have so much talent. You don't need much. And that's the reason why I think that they're going to three-peat. They have so much talent. The team is stacked. But am I tripping? Am I seeing something that's not there? You guys tell me what you think. Down below, let me know how you feel about my top 3 reasons why Georgia will three-peat. All right, so I'm going to do a rundown. Number 1, their schedule is easy, and they're going to run through it. Even if they lose to Alabama, they're going to come back and beat them in the championship game. Number 2, their defense will be just as good, and I gave you the reasons why. And then number 3, they're stacked at everywhere but quarterback, and you don't need much at that position for the offense that they run. So please like, please subscribe. Let me know how you feel down below. And until next time, peace.